Number 4, stop using sense-based language. So, at RQM Financial, it's not just about saving money, it's about helping individuals and families achieve their goal. Click the speaker icons below each family to listen to their stories. Which words there assume that the learner has a certain sense that they may or may not have? What do you think? Yeah, the word click assumes they're using a mouse. Listen assumes they can hear. How about the word below? Below is a visual term. You know, if I say click the button to the right of something, right is a purely visual term, more so than below. And below, at least, you know, if I'm using a screen reader, and if you're not familiar with that term, if I can't see or can't see well, I can have a software on my computer that reads to me what's happening. And so it's going to read it in an order. And so if something comes later than something else, I probably go, yeah, I think that's what they mean by below. But how would I know? But right, like there's no sense of right or left. It's a visual convention. So we can be more inclusive with our language. So if it just says select each of the play buttons to learn about several family stories. Now notice I also said play instead of speaker icon. Play button, having a button where it's very clear what it is and what it means is going to help everybody. So it's once you start paying attention to this, it's fascinating how much sense-based language you use. Well, as you can see, you know, there's just so many ways we use that. And I've read some posts on LinkedIn about, is it okay to say that? You know, hey, see what happens. And a lot of folks with disabilities say, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I know what you mean. I'm not offended. But what about that one person who might be? Like, is it really necessary to use that word? Can we use a different word? So at a minimum, don't use sense-based language if it's for instructions. And then if you can avoid using them in more just transactional language, that it's not about a specific instruction. But hear, see, look. Now you also want to consider the sense-based, the senses used in any of your actual content. So if you are teaching a sense-based skill, that's different. If I'm teaching you CPR and it involves your hands and it involves listening for breath sounds, that's a little different. And I would encourage you to have conversations about what would this mean for someone who has a disability? Because if I am deaf and I am near somebody who collapses, I want to be able to save their life. Help me save their life. So you might actually want to even change how you teach a skill if that skill involves a certain sense. But here I'm just talking about wording choices. There's no sense-based skill in this content. And yes, yet I can be using language. So again, this is something you can just start doing tomorrow.